Hello? Figured it out. You know why the banners don't reset? After ads play, they drop down to show who checked in, and I run ads first now. Maybe? Right, so if I if I reset them now, then it should work. Interesting. Let's doubly check that. Check and reset. Reset. Okay, let's see. Let's see. They're reset. There we go. Fire with first place for the year of 2026 is beautiful. Is beautiful. And Trebet with third. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How are we doing? Welcome in, everyone. Happy New Year to those who haven't wished Happy New Year to yet. Apologies for my lateness today. A little bit unfortunate, but not entirely unexpected. My social and energy batteries both combined and exploded after the party last night. So I woke up early, looked at the time, went, sweet, okay, I'll get up. That's the last thing I remember. So yeah, I think my body took the control sticks and willed me to sleep in for a little bit. The big 40. Did somebody check in 40 times? You did you? You did. Congratulations. Took advantage of the fact that you were troubleshooting and watching it. That's tough. I appreciate your sacrifice, Billy, very much so. Very much so appreciate the sacrifice. Billy's getting old, it's tough. Fingers like rusty nails. Oh god. Still processing the finale of Stranger Things Season 5. Stayed up until 2 p.m. just to watch, and it's so good. When the credits rolled, you were just sitting in front of the TV and crying. Is it the finale? Like, no more seasons after this? This is the end? I know that they had it massive, right? They went massive with this one, where the final episode is just like 5 billion hours long. It's finished? Yeah, okay, cool. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's a good time. I scaled the size of the tavern and attempt to sneak through the window. Same window as last time. Straight into the bed. It's the end, total end. Oh, congratulations for getting through to the end. With season 1, I was satisfied with Stranger Things and I've put it down, but I've heard really good things. I've heard really good things about all the subsequent seasons, so I'll probably go back through and start watching the other seasons. Wife and you need to watch it soon before Daggerheart? Fair. You just watched season 1? Well, the thing is, like, it was so satisfying, right? It, beginning, middle, end, played out, satisfying conclusion, cool, bam. Stranger Things is on par to match the end of Game of Thrones. I don't think so, not by the sounds of things. Deary dear, Stewie. How you doing, bud? Happy New Year. Don't know what to watch because your favorite show just ended. That's always the thing, right? Is finding the next thing on the docket. I'm not huge into TV, so I'm probably not the best to ask. Especially given that I just admitted that I tend to watch one episode, like one season of things, and go, yummy in my tummy, and then I move on. 20-year-olds playing 12-year-olds as a trope as old as... It's true. It's true. What's he? Like Mean Girls, classic, or Saved by the Bell, bit of that as well. Everything under the sun. Hi Strix, how you doing? Love the art. Just got a drawing tablet yourself, so you're learning. Welcome aboard. Congratulations on the drawing tablet. What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? That's awesome. So what drawing tablet did you get? As my first question. And my second question is, what kind of art do you like? What kind of art do you get into? I'm sitting far too far away from my desk. Oh, let's scoot in a little bit. There we go. Not having to overextend my elbows in order to access my keybinds. But yes, as I was saying before, New Year's party was fun. Very good time. Met a bunch of people. Enjoyed myself. But my social battery is just gone. It's gone. It you know when they find like disaster scenes and it's like, oh my god, I didn't realize that could melt? Yeah. Welcome, Movin Ink. Ooh. Big fantasy fan, D&D and Warhammer. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I've been looking at the Movin Ink specifically because I'm intending to be a little bit more on the move this year. Streaming while I'm out and about. And I'm looking for a portable setup. It's probably either the Movin Ink or just like an iPad Pro is probably the play. I reckon, I think. Hi Shampoo, how you doing? Happy New Year, buddy. How you doing? Hope you're feeling well. Think you'll just stay up till morning? No point in going to sleep this late? Because the problem is, if you go to sleep this late, it just absolutely lambasts your sleep for the following night. Living in fear, the fireworks association. Yeah. I was ranting and raving yesterday with Fields and Grenade that I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it if they set off like three of their best. They go through their catalogue of fireworks and they go, you know what? I like the dragon one, I like the big spiderweb one, and I like the just like the one that goes big boom, you know? Pick out these three. We'll set off these three. Very good. Very impressive. Well done. Okay, cool. And then we've had our fill. We've had our fill of the best fireworks. But no. Like for example, the fireworks at the Sydney Harbour Bridge last night. 10 minutes. 10 minutes non-stop of fireworks. Good Lord. Fell asleep with 15 minutes to go. There goes my hero. Just hope the year they don't turn night into day, get illegal fireworks set off by civilians. Yeah. Well, that's the worst bit, right? Is that there's no one party to hold responsible for it. It's not like, all right, Douglas, you've had your fill, you've had your fireworks, now go to bed. It's miscreant after miscreant. You feel like World War II. 'Twas like the beaches of Normandy. Oh God. The screams. The illumination. It haunts me. Pool with kids. Have a good stream. Yeah, you too, bud. Enjoy. Thanks for stopping round. Thanks for letting me know about the ribbons. That's a massive load off my chest. I appreciate it. Literally 5 a.m. in 10 minutes. Gonna start Death Stranding. See what the walking simulator is all about. I've heard that it's quite engaging. I wouldn't say that it's exclusively a walking simulator. Walking is a big component of it, but they came out with a sequel for a reason, right? Start flaunting your Gold Coast lifestyle. You're not at the pool right now, Stewie? Not lounging upon a deck chair? Supposed to rain today, but fireworks started at 1 p.m. So no more rain. Yeah. Yep. It's too hot for rain. I should mention, since I'm working on this piece at the moment, for those who want to get a Beastcember entry in for last month. Oh god, it is last month now. You've got all the way up until the end of the weekend. I'm giving myself that amount of time in order to get mine done. So I would be a hypocrite if I didn't give everyone that same degree of consideration. So if you wanted to start one but didn't get around to it, or you've got one in the works and it's taking a little bit of extra time, you're all good. You're all good. You got time. Who's the bully tormenting the vine collector? He's just a hunky guy. I think I should definitely watch the remaining seasons of Stranger Things. Probably like it. Well, that's the thing, right? Is I thoroughly enjoyed the first season, so I don't anticipate that I wouldn't enjoy the following seasons. I don't know. I've been burned before, where I've really, like, a recent example that I can think of is I really enjoyed the first season of Loki. Loved the first season of Loki. Second season of Loki, awful. Absolutely awful. I want to say like 2-3 episodes into the second season. The writers are just not the same. Either the writers are just not the same, or they weren't given the same amount of time, or something, because it's awful. The dialogue awful, direction awful, all the way down. He's gonna eat the bone collector. Well, this here is technically not the bone collector, so it's not as bad. It's not as bad, but yes, I think that is the intention. But Strix, that's awesome to hear that. You got a new tablet. That's amazing. Is it your first time getting into art, or is it your first time getting into like digital art specifically? Still worth giving a chance. Oh, for sure. Like it hasn't scorned me, you know. Like Stranger Things specifically hasn't done anything wrong. Enjoyed the first season of Secret Invasion. Yeah, right. Creature doesn't look that meaty though. It has a partial exoskeleton. Desperate times, you know. Needs some spam. What I was gonna ask the hunter or the bone shredder, but I suppose both could use a sandwich or something. Yeah. Could get some bacon on his shoulder or the flank. Yeah, right? Because it's not necessarily about the amount of flesh. It's about the quality. I think in this particular case, it's less about how tasty it is and more about the surviving bit. I imagine. Magical creature that hot dogs are made of. They gotta get it from somewhere, you know. Hi, kitty. Happy New Year. How you doing? How you doing? How was your New Year? How'd you go? Speaking of meat and spam, imagine a cannery conjurer. As in, they conjure canned meats. Is that the is that the idea? I mean, they're processed to heck and back. I wouldn't be surprised. They conjure canned goods. Yeah, no, that's fair. Very, very sought after, I'd imagine. Ooh, excuse me. Your New Year was, well, you drank wine, fell asleep at 10 p.m. and woke up with a fever and a sore. Oh, no. How's the party I went to? Yeah, it was good. It was good. A bunch of nerds. So the majority of the time I spent talking about D&D, which was fun. I had a good time. But also, usually with parties, I go for like an hour or two and then I bounce. Whereas this was like a big 4-hour party. So both my energy and social batteries have melted into a pool of plastic and wires. Would they be delivered at force or just appear the cans? The downside, none of the cans have easy lids and they have poor decks, so they can't use a can opener. Oh, the irony. Oh, sneeze. There it is. Yeah, the irony. You can spawn infinite food, but you have not the means to open it. 17's not bad. 17's not bad for the first roll of the year. How you doing, Logic? How you doing? They summon something like corned beef, it's always missing a key. Thank you. Oh, I better not have the snivels. For the rest of the stream. Give me a second. That would be awful. Awful to listen to. Where are my tissues? Okay, that's better. Could you imagine? 3 hours of sniff. Also tend to look up your Chinese zodiac predictions for the year out of curiosity, and let's just say the things aren't too fergalicious for the tigers. Oh no. Oh dearie dear. I'm a strong believer in being the driving force behind one's own fate. So, if anything, take it as a challenge. Take it as a, I'll show you. Give him a bit of fisticuffs. Face perfectly aligned with the paintbrush before you realized it was a paintbrush. Thought I had put on clown makeup. It's a good look. It's a good look. Tigers were ranked 9, weren't they? Oof. Doing well. Playing games with your husband. Nice, nice, nice. What game? It's just dawning on me that I've had a D&D game lined up for this weekend for a little bit. But it's always been behind the logic wall of it's in the new year. I know it's only a week away, but it's in the new year. You know, it's almost like there's this barrier. But now the barrier's broken. It is the new year. It is 2026, and I have a D&D game coming up in 2 days. Deary dear. I'm prepped. I am prepped. It's just, I don't know. There's always this feeling of I could be more prepped, you know? Think Batman with infinite prep time, right? Always thinking to yourself like, okay, well, I have time. I have time. I could achieve this mythical infinite prep time, you know? Can't put it off to the next year anymore. Yeah, exactly. That's what you're talking about. 20 stream streak. Logic, you maniac. Congratulations on the streak. You're streaking. Okay, added a little bit more depth to the bone spur on the hip. Relatively happy with all of that. That's fine. The tail needs to receive final render as well. I think what I'll do is I'll add a little kink in the tail here to give it a bit more depth. That way it feels like it's kind of wibbly wobbly, which we appreciate. We want to wibble wobble because otherwise it just feels like a static flat image. But yeah, no, I am prepped. I know what I'm going to be running, and I'm familiar enough with the world where if they decide to do something completely off the, mad, if they do something mad, I'll be able to accommodate. But I don't know. It's as I said, it's a prospect of still having time to prep. Like I still technically have time. I should just sit on my hands. I should be like, I'm confident. I'm cordial. I'm cordial, not cordial, and then just kind of sit on it. It's fine. But a cup of Foblin wine. I loved the Foblin wine, by the way. Loved the Foblin wine. Cheers. Cheers to your Foblin wine. So good. A little cursed. A little bit cursed. But we appreciate a little bit of curse. Playing Fall Guys? Nice. Fall Guys. Got the little beans? I haven't played Fall Guys in ages. Just wanted to say hi. You're going to drink the bubbly New Year juice, kiss your cat, and sleep before you develop PTSD. Fair. Fair. Good luck with surviving the fireworks. You got this. I believe in you. Last roll of 2025? Not bad. Not bad with an 18. Now have box wine in the tavern. Yep. A very specific kind of black swine, though, is the thing. Specifically, a trash wine. From the distance, yeah, apparently so. I did like the reintegration of Foblins though. That's fun. I do like that. But yeah, after stream today, I'll not most likely, I'll put out a message in the monthly art fair channel, just letting people know that if they want a bit more time, they have it. They have it until the end of the weekend. Fall Guys with the Little Beans. Your husband loves this game. Yeah, because it was all the rage. I want to say 2 years ago. 2 years ago. It's cool to hear that people are still on the silly little bean train. That's awesome. Play more silly little beans than you actually care to, but that's what you do for partners. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It didn't stick around very long in my gaming group, just because we're not too fond of like battle royale elimination games, especially with a larger group. Because if you have one person eliminated in the first round, they're just kind of sitting there for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it happens to be, especially if one of the other members of the group goes to the end. So it was fun for a bit, but no, it definitely fell off. I could imagine it being fun with two, though. I could definitely imagine it being fun with two, especially if you've gotten quite good at it, because then it means that you can both go deep into the run. With the 20, hell yeah, Pretender. How was your New Year's? Did you have a good time? Did you win? You won the Gamba? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Congratulations. Clear the entire table? Hell yeah. $2.5k, all yours, good lord. Have your money secured? Hell yeah. Maybe a phone upgrade? Hell yeah. That's fair enough. That tends to be my approach to phones is I don't start looking for a new phone until mine's basically falling apart. Happy New Year, I suppose. What happened, Alt? What happened to that optimistic, like, bubbly go-getter from last year? How you doing, bud? Happy New Year. He died fatal shit. That's tough. That's tough. My condolences. Any plans for the day? You're just gonna chill for a bit. Hi Snow, how you doing? Happy New Year, Snowbiz. Did I get my hair cut? Yeah, I got my hair cut a few weeks ago. They sheared it a little bit shorter than I wanted it, but that's okay. It's alright. Hair grows back. Looks good. Thank you. Thank you. Happy New Year. I hope you had a good festive celebration. Or if you were me from last year and you went to bed early, good. Me as well. Thank you. I went to a New Year's party and absolutely detonated my social battery. So if I seem a little bit slow to start today, that would be why. Still 10:13 a.m. on December 31st. Oh, of course. Reminded of time zones again. It doesn't dawn on you just how drastic of a time zone difference it is until the time's actually spelled out for you. Because for me, it's 3:13 p.m. on the 1st. And I'm like, oh god, everybody's surely gone through their New Year at this point. I hope your New Year takeover goes well. PM. Oh, okay. So you got a couple of hours. Cool. Fair. Can't do much with all the rain and an e-scooter being your main transport method. So you've been using the treadmill while playing Ghost of Sparta on your PSP Go. Ooh. Hate it when people are drunk and you're not. They're so loud. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It'll obviously depend on the friend group that you're part of and stuff. Like, thankfully the party that I went to, people didn't get too plastered. But I have known friend groups that get just absolutely sloshed at the first opportunity. So yeah, no, I get it. some reason those shoulder plates just aren't sitting. They're not sitting in the way that I need them to. Half of your friends drink a lot, half not at all. Like 2 years ago, these friend groups combined, and now whenever you hang out, make these conscious decisions to drink or not. Yeah, that's fair. Whether to kind of join the company of one or the other. Yeah, I get that. What if the might be that the elbow's supposed to sit further up? Maybe that's why. Maybe if it's sitting up there instead, the shoulder will feel a little bit better. No, even still. Maybe if I lower the plating on the first section, make it a little bit smaller in comparison to the one at the back. You drink very little. Yeah, I don't drink at all. And it makes like I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to socializing at these occasions without joining the company, but still. Crazy cool. Thank you. Thank you, Brooke. I appreciate it. How you doing? Happy New Year. If it's been New Year, happy to be New Year. If it's not yet, but thank you. No, I very much appreciate it. It's almost finished. Almost finished. Although I am currently considering adding a few hanging elements because it feels like there could maybe be some like dangly bits. I'm just not sure how I would execute on them because it's supposed to be like a dry, going through drought kind of location. I wouldn't have talismans or anything like that because I don't want it to be where... You okay, printer? Printer's deciding to clean itself. I wouldn't have talismans or anything hanging because I don't want it to be that there are people hanging out here. It's more this beastie here. So like bark strips or something. I'm not sure. Dangly bits. Yeah. Yeah, just a butt cheek hanging off the edge. It'd be awesome. Could do like dead vines or something. Ooh, that could do. Yeah, kind of like. Yeah, I get what you mean. Okay, if that's the case, let's put in a test layer, shall we? Test vines. And then, as you've described, kind of like these grapevine style things, but they're all dried out. So it's kind of like straw, if anything, dangling from these trees. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Tavern. I'm going to be distracted by this printer for the next next 5 minutes. It's like there's somebody behind me loudly clearing their throat. Awful. Absolutely awful. You're so invested now. It has the potential. How you doing? Welcome to the year 2026. If you're... Welcome to the year 2026. God, I hate this printer. I'm gonna vault it. I'm gonna vault it into the vault. Pardon me. I do like that. And then with a bit of rendering, we could do some wonderful things, I think. For a bit of context as to what I'm working on, the tavern here, we have like a monthly art prompt, like a little art challenge that we participate in each month. And the one for December was Beast December. I'm running incredibly late on it, given that it's no longer December where I currently am. But I'm giving myself until the end of the weekend, so trying to get my Beast December art piece done. And I'm quite happy with it. It's doing some wonderful things. I do like the dried vine. I do like it a lot. I'll be able to integrate it into other elements of the background as well. The printer lore goes hard. It does. The printing noises go hard. Straight up dubstep at some points. It's still December where you are, so you're so good. Thank you. Excellent. I'll keep using that excuse until the end of Sunday. I'll be like, it's probably December somewhere. Absolutely how time zones work. Do you do art stuff, Brooke? No stress if you don't, but I am curious. I'm curious. You do dioramas and sculpture type stuff. Ooh, sick. I've wanted to get into, probably not the same thing, but it's reminded me of it. I've wanted to get into those little book nooks. Those little diorama. Yeah, it's a diorama. Those little dioramas that you can add to bookshelves. Those look sick. It's very much so like the the super basic version, but still, I don't know, they seem appealing. I like setting, I don't know, a tone of a bookshelf. It seems really cool. I need the time to sit down and just construct one. It's been amazing to see that they've become more and more popular as a thing. You can actually buy them from stores and stuff now, as opposed to before, where they were super niche. Okay, so if we have those hanging elements, we can do a cheeky thing. We can do a bit of foreground shenanigans. We'll call this layer danglies. To that degree, maybe over here a little bit more. Where would I want it? I don't want it obscuring that tree, because I like that tree a lot. Maybe here. that could work. And then if I light it a little bit, it won't look as flat. So much fun. Yeah, endlessly time consuming. That's the thing, right? I've got so many little projects in the back of my head. Like, if I get the time, I would love to, ... Like a friend of mine is dice making, and the thought of dice making just is so much fun. So much fun. But I'm not, like, I've got so many hobbies as is that I'd need to sacrifice time in order to do it. I'm not willing to give up what I've currently got. So unfortunately, dice making will have to sit in the distant future. I have to revel in the decisions that I have made. Like, I get to do fun streaming and illustrations and stuff. I'm happy about that. So revel, revel, revel. I need to push them forward and kind of out of field. So I'm going to blur the edges. I'm going to blur the edges of these. Enjoy the lurk, Harry. Happy New Year. I'm going to blur the edges to bump it forward. Which would then, in theory, make it feel like you're looking past them to focus on what's going on in the background. If it's not doing that enough, I need to blur more. Blur edge, blur edge, blur edge. Bloom, 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 bloom. That's working. Okay, and then we do that with the ones on the right as well. Blurs the edge, blurs the edge. You know U2? The band? Yeah, the band. Bono. The Edge. Yeah. We will blur the edge. What? We will blur him. It is important in art to know when to blur the member of the band U2, the edge. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Blur in moderation. Can't stop me. I'm a blur machine. Marley the Blur Machine? Ooh, it's got a pretty good ring to it. My super villain name? Hell yeah. I think that's the wrong layer, but that's fine. They kind of occupy that same spot anyway. Doesn't matter too much. Okay. Funnily enough, I feel like this one here is overkill. Let's get rid of that one. That feels better. That one as well? Yeah, cool. Don't want to overwork it. What are we missing? Need to finish the spear because it's kind of half and half at the moment. I'm happy enough, I think, with the bone splitter at this point. Maybe. Alternatively, because I keep comparing to the concept that we did before. This one, I really like how the bones, like the bone plating, works on the shoulder on that right side. I want to see if I can get it to look the same here. Let's try it. Let's try shifting it. See how we go. So if it shifts like that, because then it's sitting further forward like that one is. I do prefer that, yeah. But then the lighting doesn't feel right anymore. Which, fair. It is moved. Extend this part of the plate down a little bit. Can I sharpen the plate to a bit of more of a point? No, that doesn't quite work out. I think the biggest thing is the ratio. The forearm to the upper arm to the shoulder ratio. The shoulder needs to sit up there in order to be like that shoulder bulge. Which would mean that the ratio down at the forearm is the thing that's incorrect. Which I keep trying to shift, but it doesn't seem to budge as much as I need it to. What if I do this? Drastic change. Be the change I want to see, and I want to see more of an upper arm to lower arm ratio. Then there's kind of a dip in the elbow there. The forearm dips in as well that I need to account for. Like that. That's feeling a little bit better. And then there's the bone spur on the elbow that I keep doing away with. Let's add that back in. Adds in 1 minute. Thank you, Tavern. I appreciate it. Happy New Year, Tavern. Sorry, we're down to like the last 0.5% of detail that I need to I need to mess with this one. So it means that a lot of the changes are going to be super minute. But it's exciting because at any point things could click and I'd be like, ah, my goodness, it's finished. Huzzah. Reminder for me to run ads? Yeah, okay. All right. Couple more seconds, Tavern. I'll get around to it. I promise. Hand on heart. A bit more shadow there as well, maybe, perhaps. Pardon me. I did have bone spores on the back ankles as well. So let's put those in now. That one, and then we'll go with a darker tone for that one back there. A little bit brighter with this one here. Just a smidge. There we are. And then the tail needs work. Okay, we can... I'm going to step away for a little bit. I'm going to stretch my legs, stretch out my joints. Drink some water, look after myself. I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you soon. to shift those dangly bits over there. It kind of messes with the blur, but that's okay. We can fix it. Can fix it in post. Welcome back. How'd we go? Any atrocious ads? There to be a little bit more color, specifically where the creature is. So I'm going to go through and bump up the vibrancy just in this little pocket here. Just in the little pocket. Doesn't need to be across the whole piece. I specifically just want it in this part here to draw more attention towards the little guy. Sharpen up the tooth a little bit. How are we doing in comparison? Been lurking and arting along. Yeah, no stress. All good, all good. What have you been arting on? A reference sheet for a character concept. Ah, nice. I do appreciate a well done reference sheet. It looks really cool with the different angles and stuff, right? Just a 2-angle and a portrait. Does the job. Does the job. Send a whip? Yeah, yes please. Not an SFW. The outfit is slightly revealing, but really isn't. Yeah, okay. All good, all good. But even if it was a little bit on the risque side, you've always got the mature art share as an option to post to. Shared an art channel. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. As you said, a couple of different angles and then the portrait as well. Hell yeah. This one. Awesome. Been lurking off and on. Have been digging the cape. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's come along. It started as just like a loose sandal, just kind of sat on the back of the hunter, but now has a little bit more form, which I like. The thing that I'm struggling makes it seem like it's a bigger deal than it is. I'm struggling with the lighting a little bit. I'm trying to bring everything together now. And I haven't quite cracked the code just yet. I think I need to go through and add like little edge highlights to a bunch of different things, and that should do it. Fingers crossed. It's always so tough when I get to this step with a piece, because I think to myself like, you know what? It has the potential to be truly great, and then I'm constantly in my own head about like, I can't let it go because like it's still not perfect. This could be the best piece I've ever done if I just spend a little bit more time on it. I need to just let it be what it is. Get it to a spot that I'm relatively happy with, and then let go. Because if I spend infinite time on it, one, it won't be my best piece, and two, I'll have spent infinite time on it. It's 10 minutes to midnight, so you're gonna hard call it. All good, because you know the neighbors are gonna set off fireworks soon. Also gotta kiss the hubby at midnight. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna see. Yeah, I'll see you next year. Fire. It's gonna be breaking ages. Enjoy. A preemptive Happy New Year to you. Okay. Does the tree need to be darker? Localize the lighting towards the base a little bit more. Lighting, 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 lighting. What's with the quotes? It's going well. Did you? Did I even zoom? Oh. Hello? It's the final... yeah, exactly. It's the final stretch now, and I always find this bit the most difficult to cap off on. I feel like the lighting on, like the render style on the creature itself is slightly different to the environment around it. So I'm trying to think of ways to weave them in a little bit more. I think the answer is add slightly more detail to just the bottom section of the trunk here, to kind of weave the two together, and then I should be good, but we'll see. We shall see. Able to push it just a little further every time as I practice, you know? Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's the thing, and that's what I was talking about before, where whenever I'm at this stage with pieces and I think to myself, like, I could make them masterpieces. I could spend the next 10 years on them. Or I could say, you know what, I've pushed this one quite far, and then give it another go with the next one, you know? Ooh. Maybe that's it? Maybe that is what I'm looking for? Maybe it was the greys along the way? That's how you feel about your December submission? Funnily enough, I think I've actually cracked it. I think I haven't leaned into my grey tones as much as I should have been. And that's the thing that's separating them too much. Yeah, that's helping a lot. That's helping a lot to integrate. And then what I could do is I could bring a little bit of that orange into the fur, just a little bit, just to integrate it into the environment around it a little bit better. Pushed it as far as you should have and let it go. Really disappointed in it at the end, but letting go of it at the right time kept the disappointment from really hurting, if that makes sense. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I hadn't cross-pollinated it enough. God, that's why. I'd kept the colours too separated. It's probably not going to go from 0 to hero, but this will help a ton. Going through, just sampling some of the tones in the environment around it, pumping them into the beastie, and then vice versa. Grabbing some of these. Yeah. Okay, so if I grab some of this turquoise, for example, and bring it into the shadows, it should do some wonderful things. okay, and then we can do a bit of cheeky this business. Bring some of the turquoise up into the actual like body of the tree as well. You are my boon, did you? You are my good luck boon. Stay right there. Don't move. Hold that pose. Could have kept trying, and it would never have gotten to where you envisioned it. You think that's why it would have really hurt if it didn't put it down? Guess knowing when it's hit that point is very valuable. For sure. If I wasn't streaming this process, I probably would have put it down earlier than where I've gotten to with it now. For that exact reason of am I getting more out of it by doing this? If the answer is no, then leave it. It's a tightrope though, because you have to push it a little further every time. That's the part that's the part where you actually improve, right? Is pushing. But you kind of have to look at how much you're gaining from the push. If it's a case of I'm going to spend the next 3 months on it and I'm going to push it 0.1%, the math doesn't work out, right? You're gonna get more experience from starting something fresh and getting like a whole chunk of 5% of learning or 10% of learning from the new piece instead of spending that same allotted time on 0.1%, you know? Like lifting weights, kinda? Kinda. I can see it. Speaking of pushing it, let's see how far we can take these colors. Gotta lift it just a little. For sure. Yeah. Here's the thing though, is that applies to when you're working on similar pieces. But I tend to find that jumping into the deep end with different subjects each time leads to massive growth in your knowledge, and then you can you can take that growth that's maybe only tangentially related to what you were originally working on, and it informs it. Like for example, if I went from this to like an oceanic piece or something, completely different. You're working with completely different textures, completely different lighting, completely different like material properties and stuff, whatever. But I would still find ways to take some of the lessons learned from one and tie it into the other. Hi, Music Wolf. How you doing? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Not doing great. Had a really crappy shift at work today. Sorry to hear it, bud. Sorry to hear it, bud. Make sure you take the time outside of work to decompress a little bit. It's important to fill up your battery again. McDonald's, that basically explains it. That's why you're here for a bit. How have I been? Yeah, good. Good. I went to a New Year's party last night, and it was a good time. Like a bunch of nerds talked about D&D a bunch, but I've detonated my social battery. It's gone. It's in pieces. We're gonna have forensic scientists kind of piecing together the bits and pieces of my social battery for the next like 6 months. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but still. So similarly, I'm just taking a bit of time to detox today. Take my time. Don't try and do too much. Literally, it's New Year's Day. I shouldn't try and get too much work done at the same time. But otherwise, no, doing well. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Been thinking about the world you're building. Gotta have goblins in it, obviously. But what's the mix of people? And if you want apocalypse, how's that affected their populations and relationships? Many questions. Well, that's the fun bit, right? Is kind of bumper carsing things off each other, right? Ooh, pardon me. Happy New Year. Lots of listening in with... Yeah. Happy New Year, Mild. How you doing? With an 18, not bad. Too real, though. Went to 1-2, got home at 2 a.m, didn't get to sleep until 4:30 a.m, then woke up at 11. Yep. Now that sound... actually, beat for beat how my morning went, actually. Woke up too early. Coming back from a New Year's party. Nice. It's 6 a.m. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hope you had a good time. You did? Good to hear. Glad to hear it. Boom, boom. Maybe that's the thing that feels weird. Maybe it's the lighting on the beastie. Sorry, don't mind me just entering my mind shack for a second. Where is it? The notes on lighting. Boom. Light shining up like that. Yeah, maybe it was the light on the left side of the face kind of implied downward lighting, even though we've kind of established that light's coming in like this and then bouncing up at the creature. So okay. Just those little adjustments that I've made just then are helping. Yeah. Gonna lurk for a bit. Love the drawing so far. Thank you. It's getting there. We're close, I feel. Stepped out of the tram and the wind almost blew you over. Oh no. Well, hello to you too, wind. Okay, that's helped immensely over on that right side. I like. The edge light on the spear is going to help. Okay. So if it's light bouncing up, then it means that this ear is actually going to be quite different. Quite a substantial portion of it is going to be just bathed in shadow. Like that. Maybe we pick up on some little details and stuff along the way, but and then there's going to be more lighting on this right ear, specifically down the bottom here. Or do we have it turned away a little bit more? I suppose we do. And then we stop and stare. The left side of the face feels a lot better. Would that paw on the left have a little bit more going on then? Maybe just a little bit. But I did want it in motion, so I don't want to put too much render detail on it. That's fine. Oh, here's the question. Should most of the tail be in shadow? Probably. Diazepam. Cheers to that. To recovery. To the concept of recovery. If I want to draw attention to the tail, could shadow most of it except some of the tip and horns. Adds emphasis to the menacing. Yeah, agreed. That's the thought, is I can put most of the thorns in shadow except for like a couple. Yep. Can even start to blend them out a little bit to really... Yes. Okay. Brilliant. Wikipedia just has lists of sedatives, neatly grouped as well. I mean, sure. If you need them. One-stop shop. Why are you looking up sedatives? Especially after New Year's, God. Just the... just the energy of the night will knock me out. I don't... Melatonin? Who needs it? It's fun. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, God. Anyone else remember Wikipedia races? Where you'd start like two people would start on the Wikipedia page for Norway or something, and then it's a race to get to sandals. Not great at becoming tired. It takes a while. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Wiki races? Yeah. Have the game on your phone. Wait. There's a dedicated game for it now? Back in my day, it was just Wikipedia pages. There's a wiki game app. Yeah, okay. That's amazing. I didn't realize. Back in my day, we just had our wiki pages, and we were happy. We liked them just as is. Kids these days with their gizmos. If I want the tail to blend in more, bring in some of the bark. Okay, it's blending a little bit too well at this point, so maybe a little bit of an edge light from bounced light off the ground. Where the frick have I been? It's been ages since I've seen this. Last year, I know. God, I kind of fell off the edge of the earth at the end of 2025. It wasn't until 2026 that I really picked up the reins again. You know. Happy New Year, Fire. How you doing? Oh, wait. Fire. If you hadn't seen, there was no watermelon at the party. There was none. None. Not a slice. Not a slice of watermelon. No watermelon juice. Nothing. I was pissed. How could they even call it a banquet, you know? Suffer through such a party. I know. with a clenched jaw, a shaking fist, and I was just yelling. I was yelling "hark" at a lot of people. Cursing them with a terrible love life. Ironically enough, That's the Power of Love was actually blaring on the radio at the time. No watermelons at the party. Needs more people well endowed in the Chesney area next year. No, specifically the fruit. Specifically the fruit. They had grapes, they had strawberries, but no watermelon. In my eyes, it doesn't count as a party unless there's watermelon. To be fair though, I could have been the change that I wanted to see. I could have brought watermelon with me. But alas, I did not. Yeah, I know. Ugh. What is this? A party for ants? Actually, no. Ants would absolutely love a party that has watermelon as well. So much sugar. "35 minutes. Nice. Okay, I've blended the tail a little bit too much into the background. Let's bring it forward just a little bit. A little bit. You're eating Cheez-Its? A valid snack as any. Apart from the Cheez-Its, are you doing anything in particular for New Year's? Are you hanging out with family? Are you at the club right now? Oh god, going to a nightclub for New Year's sounds awful. Sounds absolutely awful. Could you imagine? You're at home? Fair. Fair. That's how my New Year's was spent last year. I'd flown back home. I was at my mum's, and I went to sleep early, and it was glorious. It was glorious. Never slept so well in my entire life. Never been to one, but America tonight is about as bad as July 4th with the fireworks. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get what makes them so special. They just make a loud bang and they freak you out. Okay, love the tail now in comparison to where it was at before. Is there anything else that I can do? I can maybe de-intensify the lighting up the top of the brow just a little bit and have it really illustrated that it's a lighting coming from underneath. Yeah, there we go. Scared you can't? She literally ricocheted off the window. That's the way. It's how it happened. This also doesn't sit right. The lighting should be in the body here, below rather than on top. So much. Love fireworks, but you don't think their use is justified. I think they're fine. The problem that I have is that they go on for far too long. Like I was saying before, that the fireworks over the Sydney Harbour Bridge, 10 minutes. 10 minutes of non-stop fireworks. Like, good lord, how do you make fireworks boring? Have them run for 10 minutes. The first 5 minutes, sure. Like, okay, I get it. At the 11th hour, I wished for death. Strike me with one of the fireworks. I don't care at that point. New Goblin just dropped. New Goblin lore. Look at him. Look at him. He's great. What kind of bird are we talking here? Is it canary for mineshaft? So good. So good. Thinking, yeah, some type of bird for signaling danger. That's awesome. That's awesome. Who needs the alarm spell, am I right? Don't have any qualifications other than being over 18. Can buy rocket-propelled explosives. It's insane. Yeah. Especially when you see those disaster videos, right? Where somebody sets off a firework and it goes off at an angle and ends up going underneath the car or something. Maybe there's a magical creature it detects. Ah, like super specific. I do like that. I do like that a lot. Like a bridge baby in Death Stranding, but it's fantasy. I never played Death Stranding, so I don't actually know what the deal with the babies is. Never played it either. You just watched a lot of lore videos. Ah, fair. Is there good lore with Death Stranding? I don't know. It didn't seem like a game for me, so my interest went kind of out the window. But then again, that's the same with me in Fallout. Like I've never really been motivated to play a Fallout game, but I have looked up Fallout lore. I suppose because of how many Fallout games there are, the thought is that there's quite a bit of lore associated. You do need to get some rest before sunrises. Have a good stream. Thanks, Ma. Thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year again. Enjoy your rest. Sleep well. The babies detect these invisible creatures called beach to things, or BTs. Interesting. Yeah, no, I had no concept as to what they were. I just thought it was just a strange design element, which it inherently is. But it's interesting to know that they actually serve quite an important purpose. Just a heads up, I'm probably only going to run half stream today. Just because I'm cooked. I'm absolutely I'm gone. I booted upstream thinking like, we'll see how we go. And I can probably only manage another few minutes, I think. Thanks for hanging out, though. I appreciate the company. Lovely start to the year. Absolutely wonderful start to the year, yeah. As I said, though, both batteries completely blown. Of course, I had to. I needed to see if everyone made it, you know? Did everybody make it through the 2025 portal? I could feel my need to be careful. I can't close my eyes. I felt my body weight shift to the side for a second. That's not good. Oh god. A 3 is a spicy start. 3 is a spicy start. Hi Squid, how you doing? The portal's about to open here. Good luck. Good luck. Haven't been here since last year. I know it's been ages, Squid. Excellent. Extra points. Just a heads up, Squid, for the Beastcember prompt. I know it's technically January now, but I'm giving myself until the end of this weekend, so you've got that extra bit of time as well if you did want to get your entry in. Because you have been talking about having you've had an idea for a little while now, so you've got time. You've got time if you want to explore it. Had an idea. Don't know if you'll be able to get it done in time for a video on that. Starting to shift your focus to school and work side of things. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Life always takes priority, so more than fair enough. I feel as though our beastie is way better integrated into the scene now, which I do like. We run the risk a little bit of it blending in too much, but that's something that a bit of colour can come through for us with. Read 2 hours of the first book. Need to read for English. Nice. Leaving the last 2 hours of it for tomorrow. It always helps to jump on these things early. Especially, it's nice that they've given you a bit of a reading list ahead of time, because then it means that you've got things that you can be proactive with. No reading will be for another day. Tomorrow you're getting your business and music stuff done. So then once you're done with reading your book, you can start on your English work you need to do. Nice. Let us know if you need any help with it, but otherwise, good job with being so on the ball. Last few things you need to do is your art viscom, so end of the holidays you have something fun to do. Good, 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 good. Start with the veggies and then finish up with the burger. Or however you want to structure that. Okay, so the thought is, again, because bounce lighting is the majority of it, that the top of the snout shouldn't be as bright as it was. Still not sure on it. Still not 100% sure on it. But I'll play around with it for a little bit. I almost want to push the top of the bridge of the nose back further. So I think the only way I can really do that is by darkening it. I think that is the only way. I think that looks better. Has a bit more visual spice. And then I suppose to go along with that underlighting, have a highlight coming up from underneath. I haven't maintained the ground slant in the way that I wanted it either. Ads in 1 minute? Absolutely not, Tavern. I'll be finished in 1 minute. Sorry, didn't mean to take it out on you, Tavern. I apologise. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. A little bit of extra work to be done on this before it's done, but it's looking good. It's looking good. I can't complain. Honestly, can't complain. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Happy New Year again. Community canvas tomorrow. Look forward to it. First community canvas of 2026. Heck yeah. I'm super stoked. In the meantime, I'm going to go collapse into a puddle. For those who New Year's coming up in like 20 minutes, have a good time. I'll see you through the other side of the portal very soon. Sleep well. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have an excellent rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. Look after yourselves. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Bye.